Well, the word on the street right now is that there has been some irregular activity happening in the Golan Heights, and the word on the street seems to be that Israel has bombed Syria once again. Let's just take a look at it. Currently, we got Haaretz, which is an Israeli newspaper, that is reporting explosions south of Damascus on Tuesday, shortly after the Israeli army announced it believes Israel is planning to carry out an imminent strike from Syria. The pro-Assad commander said Israel's fighter jets struck a Syrian army position south of Damascus. So we got a lot more bombs dropping in that area, and it looks like there's a high security alert in the area, and travel conditions have been imposed by the State Department of the United States. So it's definitely believed that right now Israel believes that Iran is determined to retaliate for the April 9th airstrike on the T4 air base, which killed 7 Iranian military advisors and members of the Iranian Military Revolutionary Guard. Iran blames Israel for the attack. So we reported on this one earlier saying that, we basically felt that obviously it's Israel that's going to be the one that was dropping the bombs over there, and now all of a sudden we have another position where once again Israel is one of the first ones up talking about bombs being dropped, and they had fighter jets in the area. So there's a lot of big tension that seems to be coming up, and I mean, even the Times of Israel is talking about an alleged Israeli airstrike reporting in Syria after the IDF sounds alarm in the north. So the explosion is seen near the south of Damascus, was previously identified as an Iranian base in the area. So what do we really know what's happening with the situation now? All we know is that there was damage done to the alleged bases in the area, and the airstrikes were all attributed to Israel. So it looks like Israel's once again pushing to get that pipeline built through Syria, and they're utilizing, adverse pressure to basically kind of get people going into that thing. I mean, Israel goes on high alert over Syria as Trump quits the Iran deal, and the Iran deal seems to be the main focus of what's actually happening in the situation. Israel has instructed local authorities in the Israeli-held Golan Heights to unlock and ready bomb shelters after identifying what the military described as irregular activity of Iranian forces in Syria. So they warned Israeli-held Golan Heights to get the bomb shelters rolling, and they dropped some bombs, and what they said that they found was Iranian forces making movements in Syria, and the announcement came minutes before Donald Trump declared he was withdrawing from the 2015 international nuclear deal with Iran. So, I mean, we're basically at fever pitch right now, and a lot of the QAnoners are going to remember that Q was really talking, or one of the Qs was really talking about how we need to trust them, and, them dropping bombs in the area is crazy. Also want to point out that in the Cicada 3301 puzzle, one of the images was actually declared that, Israeli fighter jets were going to be dropping bombs. I think it's actually still on the website. When I made this one, I was just given the prophecy and put it on paper, but I expanded it to actually connect to this area right here because I was trying to point out the name of a certain Thomas individual and kind of use some adverse thinking to really show people that this is going to be the area in question that seems to be having the most problems. And lo and behold, we're seeing a lot of actual attacks going on in the situation right now. So, I mean, obviously the intelligence that he got was good, but, how far is this thing actually going to be going down? I mean, Israel's all on high alert over the Trump quitting the Iran deal, and it seems like we're just going to be getting into a lot more problems coming up here in the future. I mean, I don't know what Bashar al-Assad and the Syrian people are going to do, but it definitely seems that Israel is definitely pushing Iran to make a counterattack, and they're not going to be they're not going to be stepping down in any way. So Iranians have died, obviously Syrians have died, and it looks like Israel has gone on basically the full offensive. This news is pretty new seemingly right now, and I'm sure that there's probably a lot of live streams up that are talking about it right now. I mean, Israel versus Iran seems to be the thing that everybody's been setting up since December and the last attack that happened, and Right now, I think, the QAnon himself is actually probably pretty quiet, but as you can see, the focus of a lot of these air attacks have been all over the country, from Aleppo all the way down to Kishwa. But right now, the latest attacks seem to be all focused in South Syria and in the area of Damascus. I mean, pretty much all around the city. It's almost crippled, and just looking on Google Maps, it seems like there's almost only one road that you can take to get out of here, and there's got to be a lot of problems with getting moving. So is this provocation of Trump? Is this the Israeli bad boys just trying to do what they can, since Pompeo and Bibi are good friends, and they basically are trying to seal the deal for the future? I don't know if we're ever going to be fully aware. It's just something that needs to be talked about. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/Tefango, or on Steam at steemit.com/@Tefango. Either way, thanks for watching. Peace.